We got to break him out. See how he was staring straight at the cat? That right there is what I'm talking about, where he just stares and tunnels in. Right there. No, see, he tunneled in, and immediately after that, that's when he wanted to go for the cat. So yeah, we're gonna just go on a pretty much like a 30-minute walk or longer. You're our last client, so we have plenty of time. Okay. So if we can stick around longer, that's not a problem. Come on, bud. All right, so today with Yogi, we have tried a lot of different things for his reactivity. Yogi's reactive, and you can see in the other videos, the long format videos, Yogi's reactive towards other animals. And he's not reactive towards them aggressively. He is just gets overstimulated and wants to play, so he starts seeming like he's aggressive by lunging, barking, whining. And we have tried corrections with the vest. The vest didn't do, it worked a little, but didn't do what we wanted. So we changed it to the martingale, worked on corrections. It worked a little bit better, but not what we wanted. So we are actually now using a mini educator e-collar. It's a good e-collar. There's a bunch of good ones out there. Don't use an Amazon like cheap $30 e-collar. And if you do use an e-collar, hire a trainer that can teach you how to use it appropriately and set it for the dog, so that way it's not accidentally abused and we can do it right going forward. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be using vibrate and super low stim. Right now, so far, we've used setting 1 and 2 with Yogi's jumping, and Yogi didn't respond at all to that low stimulation static shock. So I have it at 3 right now, and if Yogi doesn't respond, I'll just use vibrate, and then we'll try a 4 or 5. Train the dog in front of you. Not all dogs are going to respond the same. Some dogs will be perfectly fine with a lowest level. Some need a little bit higher. So I'm going to keep doing what I've done before, correcting Yogi, do a couple back and forth so he understands what the goal and routine is. Right now, this other pup over here is Yogi's sibling, and they have very different attitudes towards life, and it makes it a little bit difficult for Yogi's owner over here to be able to walk them, because we have a pleasant walk and then we have a crazy boy over here. So we want to get it nice and balanced. 1 second, bud. What I want to do here real quick is I want to make an adjustment with location. Perfect. Alrighty. Good. So if you can see, we have 3 collars on Yogi. One's his regular collar showing his information. The other's the martingale, just for the walk because he slips out of the other collar. And then we have the e-collar. There, you can have 3, 4, 5 collars on and a vest. It doesn't matter. If it works for your dog, then do it. Don't think that you're using too much equipment. Good, Yogi. So quick corrections when he's pulling is perfectly fine. I'm not going to be using the e-collar just yet. I can correct it with an e-collar, and that would be perfectly fine as well. Basically, oh, here we are. Good. He ignored it. He didn't care. That's good. We're not going to do anything about it. Yogi, come. Come on. I'm going to let him a little bit off leash, or not a loose leash, because there's dogs over here. I want to see if he's going to react or not. He didn't react. I didn't push a button. He's good to go right now. Come on. There you go. Good. There you go. Good. If anybody is curious about corrections, where I do a quick leash pop, just like that, it's a good punishment done properly. When you see somebody talk about trachea damage, it's going to take a lot more than that to cause trachea damage on a dog like this. Your dog, that quick little pop is going to be a lot less, force than if your dog was just yanking at the end of the leash to pull. which is more likely to cause the trachea damage than what I'm doing right now. I'm not using a lot of force when I do the correction, but it is definitely necessary to add punishment into the reinforcing and reinforcements together for a well-managed and trained dog. Ah, hey, Yogi, come. Leave it. Good. Good. I want to sit here for a second. I want to see what he does. Come here. Come. Come here. Good. See what he's doing? He's trying to be sneaky right now. Leave it. Come. Come. There you go. So vibrate is what I'm using. I'm not using the shock at all. He's responding really well to the vibrate, which is fine. So keeping him right here is this is a good is work on his threshold. So if he's able to stand here patiently with a cat right there and not freak out, that's great. If we go a little bit closer, hey, come, come, Yogi. So you see how he's not responding to the vibrate anymore? Come, Yogi, come. Come on. There you go. He responded to the shock that time, right? Right now, I have it at a 7, and on this one, you have two different. You have a low and a high for that setting. I had to go to the high on that, and that's what he actually responded to. He's ignoring anything that's lower than that, and that's fine. Him jerking his head a little bit. He's not yelping. You can see his body language. He's not afraid of it. It was a sensation. It's a little static shock. Yeah, it's a sensation. He's like, I didn't like that. And that's fine. That is fine to see a little bit of movement in the dog. So with that said, I'm going to bring the stem up a little higher for the low setting. So that way, because what I'm anticipating right now is that I want the low setting to be exactly what we want to use, but I want the high setting, obviously that in case of emergency, there's too much going on. We can't get a handle on him. He is so tunnel vision. He's ignoring everything. Got to snap you out of it, dude. For everybody's safety, including Yogi's. And I will say this, I have, for anybody viewing it and for you, I have made dogs, specifically my own, yelp with a shock before. And I purposely have made them yelp with a shock before because it was a life or death situation. If they're running out to a main road where there's heavy traffic, dump trucks, things like that going on, I'd rather my dog yelp and come back than get hit by a car any day of the week. And I feel that that's fine. My dogs are perfectly fine. They still love me. They're not afraid of the e-collar. They just know that whatever they were doing, they were so locked in tunnel vision that nothing was working. So I was like, look, dude, you got to come back. I'm going to make that scary for you so you will never do it again. So one thing we don't work on enough with Yogi during these sessions is loose leash walking or heeling, right? So a thing that can really help Yogi out with his reactivity is heeling. And in order for Yogi to heel, we have to keep correcting this right here. And then we also have to have him paying attention to us. So if we can, are you okay, Kim? Okay. So in order for Yogi to heel, he has to pay attention to us, which means that he's not paying attention to his surroundings. And if he's doing that, then it's less likely that he is going to react. Healing is a good thing. Yogi is just so stuck in his ways right now. He's an excitable dog. He loves this stuff, and everything he does when he's on a walk is self-fulfilling, right? So sometimes with training, we have to set the dog up for failure a little bit, right? There's no way that we can teach Yogi that this behavior is acceptable. Hey, leave it. Yogi, come. Come. Come on. Good. That's fine. Come on. There you go. I know you don't like it. Let's bring this out. All right, Yogi. Let's see. Leave it. Leave it. Come. So you can see him. See when I do that and he twitches? He's feeling it. But look at it. He is so tunnel visioned in. Yeah, come. Yogi. Come on. Come on. Hey. Come on. See? So that's the reason why I train the dog in front of you. Crank it up just very tiny bit. He needs to know that that's not a good behavior, and even if he's feeling it and it's not responding, train the dog in front of you and make them respond. Come on. Come on. No, none of that. We got to break him out. See how he was staring straight at the cat? That right there is what I'm talking about, where he just stares and tunnels in. Right there. No, See, he tunneled in, and immediately after that, that's when he wanted to go for the cat. Hey. Good. Yes, come. Come. Good. Good. Yogi, sit. Sit. Good. Yogi. Hey. Sees, doesn't care. Yogi, sit. Yogi, sit. Yogi, sit. Hey, sit. Come on. Come on. Nope, sit. Sit. See, he responds to treats. I don't even have a treat. He thinks he's going to... Yeah, and he responds. So as far as the sit goes, I think right now during this training session, I'm not going to overburden him with that, only because he's so used to breaking command. It's something that I would definitely practice at home to try to get him to learn to sit and not break the command. And when he does, immediately put him back in sits. You don't have to use an e-collar for that at home. You can use treats. So that way, when you are out and about, he has more of an understanding what you're wanting from him when it comes to a sit. So I want to do a couple back and forths right here. Leave it. No. No. I gave him a little zap. It didn't care. So I corrected him. This way. Come on. Leave it. Leave it. Good. All right. Anytime he looks right now, I'm giving him a little correction. Leave it. Come on. Good. This way. Nope. Nope. Come on. Nope. There you go. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Yogi. Are you just looking at this? Look, see? This is nothing for you. Come on. Come on. He wants to look really badly. He really does. But I'm just giving him little corrections until he realizes that's not important anymore. Good. Come on. Good. This way. Good. He's allowed to look now, but right when there you go. I didn't correct at all. He looked and then looked away. He's getting used to the correction every time he looks, and he keeps looking. Oh, there we go. Good. Left side is what we want. That's fine. You can look, and then he looks away. That's what I want. Looking is okay. Staring is not. All right. Let's get into the grass a little bit. A little bit closer. Come on. Come on. No. No. Hey. Hey. This way. Come. Yogi, come on. Leave it. Come on. This way. Good. It's a little bit better. So cat's pretty much gone. Yogi's inspecting it. Leave it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. Good. Yes. Cool. Okay. We can go back to this road if you want to. Good. That was good. So there is such a thing as overcorrecting, right? Some people that have these in their hands, anytime the dog does something, they're like, up, zap, up, zap, up, zap. Eventually the dog learns to ignore it, right? So I'm not going to be zapping for anything like, oh, he's pulling right now, or he's sniffing, he's at the end of the leash. He's pooping. So I'm only right now trying to correct when the behavior is absolutely something I don't want to see. Other things, I can do minor corrections with the leash pop. Hey, there we go. That corrected that real quick. Yogi, come. Yogi, come. Come on. Leave it. So that was almost at, I mean, that was at threshold, but he came down very quickly from it. Playing around with figuring out which one works best for him is really important. For instance, right when he started doing the little whines, I did correct a couple times with this, but then he did it again, so I went to the vibrate, and that's when he turned around and was like, ah! So the vibrate actually might be better for him. Again, it's playing around with it, figuring out what works best for him. Now we're at your park, bud. The reason why I didn't want to start at the park today is I don't want to force him over threshold immediately. So I wanted to kind of work with him with little things here and there, and once we get to the park, he'll probably have a better understanding of this device and what's going on. For any viewers that are wondering why I'm training in flip-flops, it's because I know how a Yogi can be handled. If it was a bigger dog or something that is going to rip me off my feet, I'd be wearing tennis shoes. And it's a beautiful, nice day in Florida right now. So little things I'm paying attention to is, where's Yogi looking? What's his body language telling me? Is he hyper-focused? Is he paying attention to me? Look at that. He's hyper. There you go. Good. Yes. Leave it. Leave it. Come on. Come on. Yes. There you go. I think that's a good setting we have it on. A good rule for anybody watching, if you see how I'm holding the leash, never wrap your hand. Never wrap your hand. If the dog pulls, it's going to cause some pain, for sure. So holding it like this is fine. If you need to let it go, you can let it go and still have control. Let's pop over here. Good, good. Come on. Leave it. Good. Good. That was good. He got excited for a split second. I made a quick correction before he can go over threshold, and then he stopped. That's good. Come. Yes. Right here. Good. Come. Stay. Yes. Yes. Stay. Free. Stay. What you're going to see sometimes is that when he is in a stay, once we get to that point where there's a dog walking by, he's in a stay, he's going to be whining and stuff. I'm not going to correct him for whining, because what he's telling me is like, look, I'm trying really, really hard, but it's really, really hard, right? And as the more he does it, the better he'll become with it.